The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clan Archie for the dope production. Ring Gang stay with the best discussions.
Ring Gang Radio.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, it's shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Patscorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do, man? Shutterworth da Gawd, the Soul Wars creator. Me and LB, Shutterworth. Let's go, Ring Gang.
Ring Gang for life, yes, sir. So, LB, first topic of the evening is the Spence and Garcia card. But before we go into the main event, what are your summed up thoughts of the weak ass undercard that it provided?
Trash. I didn't expect much. Didn't get much.
Yep.
Areola looked decent, I guess, for who he was in there with. The guy was annoying the fuck out of me, so I'm glad the Nightmare took him out of there.
Yeah, that nigga was flopping. I was like, what the fuck? And the thing was like, when he mentioned that dude was in Bleed for this, I'm like, oh yeah. I was in the fucking stands when he was doing his when he was filming his fight scene with Miles Teller, who played Vinny Pazienza. You know, I was like, damn, like he looked a lot smaller back then. Was he really a fucking heavyweight? You know, but yeah, I had never seen him fight before, but then this dude was flopping and holding like,
and he had glimpses of skill, and I'm just like, damn, he can't keep it together to like show more of it. Like if you struggling with this version of Areola. And I'm an Areola fan, but you know he's past it now.
Very much past it, you know. One thing about Areola too, like I mean, I would say he's hardcore. Like he's never been an A-level fighter. He's beaten some B-level fighters, like some, and then he's also struggled with some B-level fighters, and occasionally he struggles with C-level fighters. But luckily, this guy was—I don't know if you want to call this Augustin a C-level fighter. Or, you know, a B-level fighter or C-level fighter, personally.
Like B-level, like, don't put him on TV again, nigga. I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, dude didn't know how to do it. He couldn't tap when he got hurt, everything. Like, this shit was all on. Like, but hey, you know, Areola needs that because they need to build him up for whoever. Kaunaki or the fuck. I mean, obviously, I don't think they got put in a wild.
Chris Martin.
Mm-hmm.
No, Chris Martin.
Charles Martin.
Apologies.
Yeah,
man.
They got put in, you know, built from putting with somebody. So yeah, no, that was a garbage fight. And then of course Benavidez versus Jay Leon Love. I mean, it was only, like I said, that fight was just only a matter of time.
Wow, that was like a waste of time. Like
the ref though did save Love from a highlight reel knockout because Benavidez knocked him standing, and the ref jumped in immediately, and I was like, "Fuck!" You know?
The ref knew what was up. Everybody, if you know who Love is and you know boxing, then you know like he obviously didn't need this fight. You know, regardless of what he said in the press conferences, it's like I didn't feel like watching Murder that day. That's all it was. Like, cause he sounds like he got brain damage now, like he's slurring his speech and he don't seem all the way on point. You know, he lucked up with, you know, Peter Quillen not really taking it to him like that and making an abomination of a fight. But I know Benavidez wasn't gonna do that shit. He about that life, and you know, I guess it was the best type of puncher for him, a guy who hits hard enough to stop him and get him out of there. Because you got other types of punchers who they don't hit enough with that, they don't hit sharp enough to cause that knockout effect. Right. So they just bludgeon you like thudding. And if you tough enough, you'll eat them shits, man. Like a Galata type of puncher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the thing with Love too is he actually was aggressive as fuck. He was actually took it to Benavidez in the first round,
Yeah.
But then of course Benavidez started throwing that work at him, started shooting out that fade, and Love was just like, whoa, shit, this nigga is hurting me, And then of course we went to the ropes and Benavidez knocked him out standing, and then I was like, oh, it's just another time. I remember there was a gasp in the movie theater when that nigga went limp on the rope standing. I was just like, but the ref is like, ref did his job, man, saved him from, because he was going to the canvas, combo combinations and either going to the canvas or going through them ropes. But Love was like almost hospital bound.
Yeah, because he was a step to maybe the afterlife with the type of punches Benavidez was.
Yeah, because Benavidez got some fast ass hands for a nigga at his size in his division. So
yeah. Wow. So Benavidez is back. Hopefully he get maybe a more a better fight. Obviously a better fight. I don't know if they're gonna throw him in there with Caleb Plant or the winner of Truex Quillen. That'd be dope. But 168 got some, it's heating up a little bit. They could, it seemed top heavy, but who knows?
Well, it's and also right now it's a little bit political. I mean, you got Callum Smith who with the zone. You got Zerto who can't decide whether or not he wants to give up the belt or not. He's with Top Rank. You got Anthony Durrell who's with PBC, and now is currently fighting off daily insults. I see his Instagram every day from Turkish fans who think Yildirim should have won that damn fight. Shit's crazy. And then you have who am I missing? Caleb Plant, who's mandatory as fucking Mike Lee, I think. So I don't know if Caleb Plant's I don't think they're gonna put
that a little bit. He gonna get his mandatory and maybe another voluntary, but I love to see him up against a Benavidez. But let him get that mandatory and defend his belt once.
Mm-hmm. So these
guys gotta fight more throughout the year, man. That's what's killing it, man. Every good fight always seems like it takes 2 years to make.
Right. And they definitely need to speed it up, but we'll see how 168 goes. And then of course the final undercard fight. What was it again? Why am I forgetting? Why am I just drawing a blank?
I don't even remember it, bro.
Oh yeah. No, Benavidez Love was the final main event. There was Luis Neri versus Arroyo, which was that was an ass whooping.
Yeah. That just get beat down.
Yeah, Neri. As most people know, he was bantamweight champion. He won it in a brutal fashion, but he tested positive for a banned substance, double cut weight, and then and then of course he was stripped, and and he was in purgatory for a little bit, but no, he's back. He signed with PBC, I think, and and he bludgeoned the poor guy for like 4 or 5 rounds. It was just one-sided as all hell. The only thing I want from the only thing I took from the fight is I want to see him in a fight with someone like Monster or whatever. Once World Boxing Super Series is done. Because I think that would be interesting to see if Monster can take that type of power in return to dish it. But that probably, I don't want to call it a waste of time, but that should have actually been the actual opener. Ariola should have been off the damn card, really.
All the damn fights should have been off the damn card. Not damn fight was worthy of being televised. Let's just be fucking honest.
And that's real talk.
None of them shits. That was a jobber festival.
Yeah. No thought whatsoever. And this is the type of you're trying to sell. The main event was already, in my eyes, a mismatch, which will be a perfect segue into this. But now you're not even going to sweeten the undercard, at least by putting some quality shit on the undercard. Shit. You know, it was some bullshit, yo. So
Yeah.
PBC, do better.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm like done with y'all with these damn pay-per-views, man. Like, if the damn undercard is good, the main event suck. If the fucking main event suck, the undercard suck too. I mean, y'all get it. Like, if the main event good, the damn undercard suck. Like, y'all done had every fucking type of example. The Wilder Fury main event was good. The fucking undercard sucked. The Broner Pacquiao main event sucked. The undercard was good. The fucking damn Spence Garcia main event sucked, and the undercard sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all get one where the main event is dope and the undercard is dope? Like, you know, that could happen. Like, I mean, let me see. Let me just bring up a boxing event from years ago. Holyfield versus James Toney. The undercard for that was fucking Casamayor and Diego Corrales #1. Nigga, that's a main event on this fucking self.
Right, indeed.
And that was the co-main. Like, even I remember when they was advertising that shit, niggas was hyped up. They was advertising it like, yo, this could be a main event on its own.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to those fucking cards, man? And you know what? The fucking back, you know, nowadays they would make that this would be a whole card. But I remember, I think it was Boswell and Jameel McLean on the Showbox that Friday before that.
Oh shit! Cause I remember I didn't watch. I saw the main event. Cause I remember I was out, but I came back in time for that McLean fight. Yeah.
So it's like you had a whole weekend of good matchups, man. Like,
yeah,
y'all niggas, man, y'all slacking. But yeah, let's go into this fucking Garcia Spence Jr. fight.
Yeah, man. So as most people know, as most people I've mentioned on the podcast before, I was not a fan of this fight when it was announced. As in, the main belief is, I believe that both fighters have fights they in their own respective divisions that are more worthy of attention. Well, especially with Garcia. Garcia held a couple of the lightweight belts, and Spence, of course, as the PBC welterweight stable is not lacking. You know, well, it's not lacking in everything in the areas that that you can see on the outside. But on the inside, it's a whole different story. So it's like, oh yes, yes, they're fighting. Yes, it's a mismatch. Oh, and then of course as the fight, got closer, and like niggas were really trying to analyze this shit. And I'm thinking to myself, dog, this nigga Spence is a big welterweight. He's going to pummel. See, until I said straight up and down, this was a mismatch. Like, Mikey is skilled, but sometimes there's a limit. And I said it too. Like, there's a limit. I said when Mikey fought Lipinets, I said there was a limit because he struggled a little bit more than he was supposed to with Lipinets at that weight, and Lipinets is not that great, So, and I said before that Mikey was pushing his ceiling, like he probably shouldn't, he probably showed weaknesses at 147. Sure enough, that's exactly what happened. And it's just like, and it wasn't like, Mikey outside of one round didn't really try that much, and then Spence steadily boxed him up, and then steadily started pounding and paused, like especially like think rounds 9 and round 11. And this nigga, like, Spence was just teeing off on him. It was something crazy. Like,
man, Spence was, come on, man, you don't over-exaggerate.
No, he was probably like Mikey was taking, like, he wasn't like, there's no defense.
Spence was putting hands on him, but Spence was gassing in them last couple of rounds. He wasn't really putting the snap on them. Like, he wasn't digging into them shots like he normally do, man. Like I don't think he tried to knock out Mikey. I don't think he could.
Well, I mean, the nigga threw 1,000 punches. I mean, usually when a boxer throws 1,000 punches at that type of weight, that means he has intent to knock this nigga out.
Nah, man. See, this is the thing, man. You can't mix up quality over quantity, man. Like me personally, even though I picked Garcia to win the fight, and I've been saying pretty much the strategy and the blueprint that's needed to fight a guy like Errol Spence, to even be competitive with him. And one thing you have to keep in mind when you do that is you got to look at the guy. Do they have the character to pull it off? Not only that, do they have the build? Like, do they have the attributes? Like, are they athletic enough? Will they use it? You know what I'm saying? Like, Mikey, he had some of that, but it's like I don't think he had the character. He ain't had a heart, because to me, he quit after 3 rounds. Like, I gave him the second round. He was tagging Spence that second round. I was like, okay, he found his range. You know what I'm saying? If he take more chances and, you know, he kind of stop trying to just stand in front of Spence and come straight at him, not moving his head or nothing, you know, he could make this a fight. But
I think
he didn't want to adjust.
Well, I think what happened was Spence took his jab away too, so Mikey couldn't figure out a way how to actually get inside of him, and that's when he started catching some of that work.
That's why you adjust. Like, this is the thing. Like, Errol Spence, the thing that really beat Mikey Garcia was Errol Spence reach and his jab. Like, but there's ways around that, and Garcia didn't even attempt this shit. Like, basically what Errol Spence was doing was box. He was playing keep away, but like a hurtful keep away. Like, he was throwing a hard jab and then making Mikey Garcia come to him, and he would back up, and then he would counter with a right hook, or he'll shoot the left. And he was making Mikey Garcia have to lead, and Mikey Garcia, he's more of a counterpuncher, right, or a guy who, you know, Mikey Garcia lead if, you know, you're standing right in front of him, he could hit you and shit. You know what I'm saying? But with Spence wasn't allowing him to really do that. Now, the way I was looking at it, like, okay, a guy when you can't get past someone's jab, first of all, Mikey Garcia was just put his hands up. He was trying to winky right his shit, but, you know, he wasn't even moving his head trying to come in forward. So that's one thing he already fucked up with. You know, you just can't earmuff and just stand in front of a bigger guy with a bigger reach. I mean, he's seen a Klitschko fight, right? That's basically what niggas be doing. So first of all, you gotta move your head. And now when you move your head and you feint, you know, give Errol Spence some different looks. And then you shoot the jab from, you know, different angles while moving your head, give him some different looks. Now, to keep going on with that, I'm not even trying to play no Sunday quarterback or whatever the fuck y'all niggas call that shit. But another thing I would have said Mikey Garcia could have tried was using his footwork a little and kind of move around Spence's jab, like give him some different angles, like, you know, try to switch shit and try to make Spence come back to coming forward towards him. He didn't even try that. Because how would it would have looked if fucking Mikey Garcia would have said, okay, let me just bounce around, make an adjustment, like, and I don't even throw it back, kind of like Anthony Joshua did with Povetkin. I think in the 4th round, he made the adjustment, like, hold on, I can't be, you know, let me just, I'm more athletic than this guy. You know, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I got a better reach. What the fuck am I standing in front of this dude for?
Right.
Well, I'm trying to bang with this guy, hold on. Da-da-da-da-da. He started cha-cha-cha and back foot boxing and moving, using the ring And then, you know, the rest is history. Now, I can't compare Mikey Garcia to Joshua, but I'm just saying.
I mean, another thing too is Mikey didn't even bother to go to the body for Spence too. Like
it's like there's so much shit that Mikey Garcia didn't even try and do. Like it's like it's like the jury's still out on Spence, because I look at it. Okay, yeah, you put hands on a smaller dude. You were supposed to, even though niggas picked against you. You gotta understand, niggas was really looking at Mikey Garcia's skill set, and the shit that people were saying isn't some shit that was out of realm for Mikey Garcia to do. It's just he didn't try, and he wasn't getting beat up like that. Where niggas is like, God damn, like, you know what? There's levels, like.
No, there was definitely around. I think it was definitely in round 9 too, where I was thinking, okay, a knockout was coming because Spence was putting hands on Mikey.
Yeah, okay, I give you that. Like, there was, I think, 8 or it was round 9 or 10, one of those later rounds, but not the last 2. But it was one of those rounds where Spence was really kind of giving it to him, and I'm like, okay, like we kind of getting there to that knockout, but it's like the nigga got tired after that. It's like he shot his load in a way, and Garcia was just bracing for every shot. You know, he was getting hit, but it wasn't like he was running around. Like, I'm just like, when I look at it like this, I just can't imagine Mikey Garcia moving up to fight a prime Felix Trinidad and making it 12 rounds.
I don't know. And
I can't even see him making it 12 rounds with Paul Williams.
The thing is, too, Mikey's still, even after that beating he took, he's still adamant. He said he wants to pick up a belt welterweight. I'm like, you better cherry pick like a motherfucker then, because none of these cats, well, you know, you can't beat them. Like, he's not gonna beat Spence. He's not gonna beat Thurman. I mean, although he probably has a better shot at beating Thurman, although I don't think it's going to happen.
Nah, the jury's out on Mikey, because this is the thing. We know Mikey ain't gonna try now. Like, Mikey may as well just go back to 140, man. Like, I think he maxes out good at 140, 147.
I've said that.
Like, he got beat by a fucking jab to me.
Yeah, I mean, Mikey, either 140 or 135, because we still holds one of the 135 belts. The other one he gave up. So, I mean, of course, it'll be after a long rest. Because
he's going to fight Lomachenko at 135. There's no reason to go back to 135, bro. I'm just being honest with you.
Either or he can go chase welterweight money, and then he can get ruined like Robert Guerrero did. You know.
But I think Mikey Garcia a lot better than Robert Guerrero. He just got to be selective. I think Mikey Garcia could beat Porter, but I feel like a Porter-Spence fight is more of the fight now than Porter fighting Garcia. Like, Garcia, like, I don't see him getting a belt right now. Like, who he has to fight a mid-Carter type nigga. He has to kind of really do what Danny Garcia doing now. Like, he gotta, you know, he gotta fight a Granados or let me see, maybe a Collazo. You know, he gotta handle one of those guys before I say, you know what, man? Yeah, maybe he could take Porter. Like, Porter hasn't been looking, you know, that great lately, you know.
Right. It all depends on certain scenarios.
Yeah, like, but I'm just like, to me, his lack of effort killed me for that fight, and Errol Spence not taking advantage of it.
Yeah, that's another thing. I was like, damn. I mean, Spence didn't even drop him once. I was like,
he didn't even really even visibly hurt him either. Like, don't get me wrong, Mikey Garcia was hurt. Like, he felt those punches, but I'm talking about like
outwardly. Yeah,
like, oh god damn, like he took, like, yo, hurt that nigga. Like, nah, like, look, man, when we talk about complete performances, you got different levels of performances, bro. Like, to me, a complete performance, if we're both the same size, then okay, then I outbox you. I do it pretty clearly. Like, you may win 1 or 2 rounds. You might land a decent shot or 2, but I basically take the best you got and I just dominate you, and then I stop you. To me, that's a complete performance.
Yep.
Then you have good performances where you see that someone's better and they're a level above, but they just can't, they can't finish the job. Because I feel like if you had the advantage that Spence had over Garcia, and then you found out that, oh my God, like, he can't even box coming forward. Like, all I gotta do is just fucking keep this jab in his face, and then I could do whatever I fucking want. Because even in the later rounds, like in the mid, maybe round 7 and shit, Spence stopped jabbing, and he just fucking would just come in on Mikey, come forward and just start working him. And I'm like, damn, Mikey not even trying to counter him on his way in. Like, dude just literally, he finessed the check, son. Like,
yeah, he pretty much he defeated him in his mind. If that's the reason why.
Yeah, he did a Broner. That's how I feel. Like, it would have been a better look for both guys. If Errol Spence would have got that knockout, he could have really been like, look, man, like, y'all niggas better think twice about moving up. Like, that shit would have just did big. It would have just been a bigger move. But boxing fans, and I'm seeing all these message boards and these YouTube comments, it's like niggas is so fucking anti-knockout now. It's like everybody's so impressed with Spence damn out jabbing and just outboxing a smaller guy that 90% of the boxing community thought he would do anyway. Minus the fucking knockout, because niggas been saying, oh man, Spence, he gonna done him in 8 rounds, 5 rounds, 6 rounds. Where was that shit? Like, come on, man. Like, let's just be real. Like,
yeah,
dude, think about it. You think Nate Campbell could have moved up and down, went 12 rounds with Margarito?
Fuck no.
or Paul Williams?
Nope, not at all.
Do you think fucking Joel Casamayor could have moved up and fought fucking Kasim Uma?
He probably could have.
Okay, wait. Casamayor, that's like, to me, the best Cuban boxer. Like, bro, like, that nigga is dope. Okay. That's hey, the exception ain't the rule, nigga. Shit. Got me thinking, like, hold on. That might be a good mythical matchup, like. Cause I mean, we talk about prime Uma, not prime, not Jermaine Taylor Uma. Like, no, like beating Verno Phillips Uma on them stacked Showtime cards Uma.
Yeah, or not smoked out Casamayor.
Yeah, exactly. Not Bradley.
Yeah, the one that got that Bradley, dropped up and down, like, which was horribly sad to see.
Yeah, so okay, but you get my drift, man. I just feel like like for that shitty card, we needed a knockout in the main event.
Right. Yeah, and it didn't happen. Like all the undercards, yeah, at least they were talking about the knockout, but the main event needed a decisive knockout. But one thing that was not going to change too is, like, I don't think this fight moved the welterweight needle at all. There was nothing, because Mikey had no stripes at welterweight. So it was just like,
move no needle, and you got niggas saying, man, Errol Spence need to be pound for pound #1. And he didn't even get a knockout, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No way. Like, he don't move it nothing. He don't move at all to me. Like, need a knockout for him to move up. Like, to me, good fighter, he's more like a pound for pound top 13. I don't think he was really top 10 pound for pound, but you just
he definitely wasn't. In order for him to be top 10, you gotta actually rule your division, or you gotta do something significant in your division. The only thing he's done
is more top 10 to me.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of really rate, you know, Harrison, Trout, and Lara. You know what I mean? Like that's a good 3 consecutive names, my nigga.
Yeah, you know, and then like I said, Spence has a jobber in between Peterson and Brook. Or excuse me, it's a Campo or was that Campo or Peterson that he fought last? It was Peterson.
Nah, Campo was his last fight.
Oh, okay, yeah, you know, but either way,
Peterson was in the beginning of the year.
Right, yeah.
January, like that nigga just he put in work early. Then he had like a little summer sparring session for a round, and here we are.
Yeah, no, Spence is not pound for pound because, like I said, you have to do some damage in your division. Like I said, he's definitely less than top 10. So it's just like, you know, that moved the needle. In the way, all it was Mikey finally putting a price on his zero, and then
niggas sold his soul, man. Like, I would went for Danny Garcia, like.
But, you know, Danny Garcia is already signed, and, you know, he has a fight next month, you know, on Showtime.
No, like, in the whole scheme of stepping up in weight, like, going to 147, because remember, he was calling out Spence since, like, last June, like, and I know all the shit he saw, it don't mean nothing if you don't try to do it.
Yeah, Mikey, whatever.
Fight the one in the ring, and not on podcasts and message boards and prediction columns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, like I said, it didn't move any needle. It was disappointing. It ended disappointingly. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't think I'm ever gonna watch this fight again. Of course, it was a mismatch when I first talked about it, and it became one. So let's just hope that both fighters, you know, pick wisely and pick better opponents for the next time out.
It wasn't even a memorable mismatch. Like,
I don't know.
A memorable mismatch, like, you know, like let me see, Roy Jones versus Richard Hall.
Yeah, I mean, because that was a mismatch and a half, but the nigga was swagging to the ring and was throwing all types of bolos and, you know, ridiculous combinations.
That fight, like, nigga. Mismatches can be fun, man, but they gotta be done right. And Saturday night it wasn't done right.
Nothing was done right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
So yeah, you know, thumbs down to this card, and PBC, y'all need to do better with this matchmaking thing. I'm tired of having to say this shit over and over again. Get your fucking matchmaking in order. Make a card that's worthy of someone that actually paid $75. I actually feel sorry for the suckers that actually paid $75 to actually watch it.
Bruh, like they said this shit hit like what 300K, like 350. Like they expected 400K like in sales. I'm like, who they robbed for them numbers? Like,
yeah, it's just one of those things that's just like, yeah, you gotta do better, you know.
Like niggas bought this, but I ain't gonna lie, the Fox promotion was like on point. Like they really sold this fight hard, and I just look at it like, damn, like why can't y'all do this for a fight that actually matters, like that niggas really want to see? Like don't get me wrong, I was one of the few that was for this fight because I believed in Mikey and everything, but there was still way better fights that could be made with those niggas. Right, exactly. And I'm talking about realistically made, not Garcia Lomachenko. Right. I'm talking about realistically, we still could have got Garcia Crawford, that could have happened. I think that would have been probably a better fight than Garcia Spence. Seeing that Bud moved up recently, and they got more of a history. You know, we could have had them Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia. You know, since Danny Garcia moved up, they could have been more wiser with it. And I mean, why call out the biggest nigga on some, yo, this is my first night in prison, you know, I'm gonna just swing on the biggest nigga and hope I survive. And, you know, that's the mentality. Like, dude, like, why pick the biggest fight and not even try to win?
Exactly.
Like, this nigga literally went into the damn prison cell. He looked over, you know, he seen a nigga with long hair, you know, with an injury on his arm. He saw Thurman in the corner. He saw a nigga chilling, yeah, I mean, big hood nigga, you know, he saw Crawford over there. Saw Danny Garcia, you know, he saw Porter. You know, he see all these niggas, but then he sees Spence just by himself, just no one fucking with this nigga. And he just looked the most dangerous. And he's like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck with him. But then when he, you know, tapped on his shoulder and swung on him, you know, a beast got a hold of him. The openings, and he's like, damn, the beast is right there. Just do something, man, do something. And he ain't want to do something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, you know. And yeah, you know, we'll not be watching this again. And you know, hopefully these type of fights don't become the trend in boxing. You know, Lord knows.
Yeah, kid. Honestly, the effort and the nigga, our bars and boxing songs and highlight videos, to me, they've been better than the fucking fights that they're doing tributes to. Like, honest to God, like, I could watch the highlights and them shits all the time, but the actual fight, nigga, you really think I'm going back to see Broner and them Pacquiao fight?
Nope.
Like, come on. You think I'm gonna go back and see Garcia Spence?
Nope.
Exactly.
Oh man. So yeah, those are our thoughts on this on that card.